Happy New Year! I thought I'd ring in the new year by showing you all the things I knit last year. What do you think? I mean, that's a lie. It's not all the things I've knit because I had gifts and like my tissue box cover and my steering wheel cover and shit you can't wear. But right, eh? Oh, wait. Almost forgot. Right? Look, there's my... I do this because I love ya and I'm a ginormous dork. I wonder how many sheep this is. Do you think this is like a whole sheep? It's not very heavy. I mean, you know. Let me tell you what it all is. I am such a huge dork. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. I have to tell you that was the dorkiest thing ever, but it was also super fun, and I think y'all should try it. This episode is brought to you by Bubbles. Ryan Guy's Bubbles. Because we don't kill dolphins in this household, Dan got me a metal straw. Actually, lots of metal straws. It was like a whole pack of them for Christmas. And of course, hi guys, Chevyrell here. Happy freaking New Year. So part of me feels bad for saying that I want 2019 to be better than 2018 because awesome stuff happened in 2018. But while awesome stuff happened in 2018, some not so awesome stuff happened in 2018 as well. So I'm loving both. I'm just hoping that the awesome outweighs the not awesome for all of us in the coming year. What started that intro is first off, I'm Chevyrell, Chevyrell Stuff Podcast. We're in the stuff room. I didn't turn on any lights back there. It looks like a dungeon. Oh my God, I totally lost track of what I was saying already. We've barely started and I've already lost track of what I was talking about. First off, or second off, or whatever off this is, hello to all you new viewers. I'm Chevyrell. The reason that I started the intro out like that is because her Instagram handle is Carly Luke. I think lots of people do this. I follow her. She's a viewer, I think. She likes posts and things. So hello, I believe her name's Lou. She posted her 2018 knit totals. I don't do project pages. Because of the podcast, I almost forgot. This is like my anniversary-ish, kind of. For those of you who follow me on Instagram, you saw my post. I'll talk about that again later as well. But thank you. This is January 1st of last year was my first podcast ever. I made it a year, you guys. I feel like I want one of those little poppers. Pew. Because I don't do project pages, I never know what I knit throughout the year. But because I do a podcast now,
or the podcast,
whatever, I was able to go back and look at my totals. So I was all excited. Let me read you. Now, I do have to admit, I saw her totals and I was like, that's an awesome idea. I'm going to print it out and talk about her totals. And maybe y'all, I know a lot of you guys do it. Hers was just the only one that I saw. And I'm going to do mine, right? Okay. So the funny thing is that, I just did mine handwriting. So I did mine, and then I actually read hers. Underachiever. Like, either I'm an underachiever or she is no, I know. She's an overachiever. So let me just tell you what I did last year. I'm not going to go through all of those knits because I feel like that would be boring. What I was wearing, of course, were things that I think I already said I just kept. There were some gifts and non-wearables. So I'm just going to rattle down the list. I made 10 hats, 5 shawls, 4 sweaters, 3 pairs of socks, 3 stuffies, 2 fingerless mitts, 2 pairs of slippers, 2 stockings, a cowl, a tissue box cover, a dog sweater, a baby booties, dog socks, which is for Miss Olive, and 11 crocheted squares. That's what I made. I have never looked at that before, and I am like, holy shit, I'm accomplished. Like, that was a huge accomplishment, right? So then I'm like, I wonder what Lou did. 14 pairs of socks, 1 pair of slippers, 2 sweaters. Sorry, Lou, I hope you don't mind that I'm like totally bragging on you right now, but you deserve it. I'm just saying. 65 dishcloths, 40 children/adult hats, 25 baby hats, 2 pairs of mittens, a cowl, 2 shawls, 2 Christmas stockings, 1 dog sweater, 1 queen size zigzag afghan, and 12 inches on her granny stripe afghan. And most of those things were gifts or given to charity. And then I looked at my measly little list and I was like, but at least I have a list. So hey, Lou, like, high five, sister, because that is awesome. Thank you for bringing it to my attention that this is the first year in my knitting world that I could actually count my stuff. FOs, we'll start there. I don't have, in typical fashion, holidays, man, holidays. I did finish Logan's Harlow Hat, which I was under the gun on the last episode. Cade and Logan, Cade's my brother, for those of you who are new viewers, and Logan is his girlfriend. They're expecting their first baby in April. So we had like a pregnant belly at Christmas. It was sort of fun. It wasn't sort of fun, it was fun. They both love their hats, so I'll insert a picture here so you guys can see them. The yarn I used for that was Desert Bloom yarns and Dyelicious, both yarns that I purchased in Arizona when we went there over Thanksgiving. And that's all I have for FOs. Whips! I almost feel like it's a martini episode. I'm just so excited to record. There's like lots of fun stuff happening, yo. Wash out. Birdlegbags with my magical Mario mushrooms. This is my Midwinter Moon Mystery Knit Along. So those of you who are knitting this and you don't want to be spoiled, I am into clue 4. Olive, why don't you relax? Lay down. We can hear the pitter-patter of your feet. Olive is restless, apparently. You ready? Ready? You ready? Oh, I thought I was in the middle of a row. I was going to be mad at myself. This is mine thus far, and it's going to be squished on the needles. And I totally dropped the ball on this because I didn't put a marker where I was the last time, so I don't know. I do feel like you guys haven't seen this, and the reason that I feel like you haven't seen this is because I want to talk to you about it. I love my colors. Love them, love them. And I wish I could show you better. It's just, you know, the nature of the beast. This is kind of it, but squished, okay? You guys, I love my colors so much. I love this section. It's my favorite section, and I'm a little bit bummed that it's not more contrasty. But that's the only thing. I absolutely love everything else about it. This is that Leading Men Fiber Arts. This is Moonstone Dyeworks, this fun purpley color, and then of course the pink speckly part is V Yarns. My friend Diana is also doing this, and we were chatting. I have a lot of yarn left over, and I mean, of course I'm not done and it's not blocked, but I like bigger shawls. I was gonna say cowls, I don't know why. I like bigger shawls. She added, I think she said it was about 2 inches. I think she said it was about 2 inches. I think she said it was about 2 inches. I think she said it was about 2 inches. I think she said it was about 2 inches. I think she said it was about 2 inches. I think she said it was about 2 inches. I think she said it was about 2 inches. I think she said it was about 2 inches. I think she said it was about 2 inches. I think she said it was about 2 inches. I think she said it was about 2 inches. I think she said it was about 2 inches. I think she said it was about 2 inches. I think she said it was about 2 inches. I think she said it was about 2 inches. I think she said it was about 2 inches. I think she said it was about 2 inches. I think she said it was about 2 inches. I think she said it was about 2 inches. I think she said it was about 2 inches. I think she said it was about 2 inches. I think she said it was about 2 inches. I think she said it was about 2 inches. I think she said it was about 2 inches. I think she said it was about 2 inches. I think she said it was about 2 inches. I think I don't know how much more I'm going to add, but I am going to add more. There isn't very much to go on Clue 4. This is like the edge, but I'm going to continue to add to it, and we'll see what we get. I don't know, but I like it a lot. It's squishy and awesome, and the colors are fantabulous. Go with your gut, people. Intuition always lets you know. It's a 3-color shawl. It's a mystery cal by Larissa Brown. I'm terrible at that shit. I should have said that at the get-go. You have to pick 3 colors fingering weight yarn, and I had all of, that's kind of my yarn back there. I'm like out on my floor and all the yarns all over the place. These were the first 3 colors, and I just kept going back to them. And I'm like, why am I making this so hard? I keep going back to these 3 colors. I'm just, like, I kept trying to move them around to get another combination. And it's like, why? This is amazing. And I have not regretted it, not once. Even though that one section I wish was a little more contrasty. But when it's wrapped around your neck, you're not gonna see that anyway. And I do know that there are some other people that I've read on the hashtag that were bummed that their colors weren't more of a contrast, but they're gorgeous shawls, and when they're around your neck, they're gonna be even prettier. So no worries if you're knitting it. It's gonna be awesome, like any way you slice it. The oubliette. It's a piece of cake. Why don't you try this little slice? Movie quote. You all know. That's too easy. Look at my pile of yarn back there. Next up is my Airlies socks. This yarn is Malabrigo in the Turner colorway, I do believe. I don't even know why I show you these, but I did get a little. These are the Airlies pattern by Julie Bray. I love that stitch pattern. The back does not have pattern. I also love this colorway. This yarn, I feel like people are like, oh, Malabrigo, blah, 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 Malabrigo. I guess I haven't knit with it very much because it's like butter. These are very, very enjoyable to knit. The pattern's fun because you had just enough of a stitch pattern here to like keep you interested. I'm on the feet now. I've done the heel. So I'm, however far, I'm a size 9, so I have that much further to go. The yarn is so soft. I cannot wait to wear these socks. But they're nice because they're my stockinette easy peasy ones right now. And they are in my naughty knitting sack. Naughty? Why is it naughty, you say? Why is it naughty? Because it has fornicating skeletons in it. Okay, this just in. The Brainless socks, who remembers those? Anyone? They were on my first episode a year ago. I had like this much, I think, done on them. And now I have this much done on them. I'm a 2 at a time sock knitter. Toe up usually, unless the pattern calls for it differently. I do, follow a pattern. I like to follow a pattern. The last time y'all saw it, I got so far. I really did knit on, I was doing Christmas knitting and I knit on my Midwinter moon shawl. You guys, I haven't touched these in like almost a year or something. Oh, I can show you the pattern, I suppose. The Brainless socks by Yarnissma, I do believe. It's a free pattern. The guys over at Sweet Tea No Shade are having a finish it cal. I am going to finish these by the end of January. So as soon as, it's just really hard because I want to knit on my Midwinter moon so bad. But I'm gonna finish these by the end of January for their finish it cal. So if you have something languishing in a project bag that have been on the needles forever and you need a kick in the ass to get it done, like, finish it. And that's it for my whips. That's all she wrote, folks. Not a lot of knitting. And I have so much I want to knit. As soon as I get that shawl off the needles, I say things a lot that I'm gonna do. And then I realized that I don't do them. But I want to do this because I bought a shirt that I want to wear under the Ives sweater by Jared Flood. If those of you who've watched for a while remember, I bought that yarn down at Broadripple Knits in Indianapolis specifically for that sweater. It is on my radar. I want to wear that outfit and I want to wear it before the season's over. I have knitting to do, folks. Grand plans. Since that is all the knitting, we are now on to some big news. Anyone on Instagram or any of those of you, I did it again. I say that, I don't know why my brain and my mouth say those words together. Any of those of you. For those of you who also watch one of the 13 other podcasters in the New to You make-along will already know this. There is a massive, hi babe.
What's up?
Oh, Dan just got done lifting. Hey. Leslie and Diana want to know if you found your fruit. Does that mean he has?
Ta-da! Fruit. I came for the dog.
Okay,
Okay.
you found his fruit.
Shout out to Lauren. Welcome back in.
Okay, love you, bye.
Love you, bye.
Back to what I was saying, the big announcement. For those of you who have been on Instagram, it's been everywhere. You also may have seen this on some other podcasters' episodes. Liz and Leanne from Cocktail Hour at the Coop, cheers ladies, were so nice and invited me to be one of the podcasters to participate. It's the New to You make-along. There are 14 podcasters / makers. I don't think everyone has a podcast that are participating in this make-along. And why it's called New to You for the new year is pick something that you've never done before. This is not just knitters. This is not just fiber. It can be anything that is any crafting make-along. Make
something. Make something.
Make Great British Bake Off. Anybody who is into like the Great British Bake Off stuff and you've always wanted to try some of their fandancy stuff, this would be perfect. On Instagram, there have been so many people who have mentioned brioche. I can't believe it. I'm so excited. You guys are gonna love it. I can't believe you've waited so long. As soon as you do it, you're gonna love it. It is so fast and fun, and at least for me, I love brioche. The way it's going to work is you are going to hashtag NewToYouMAL. I'll put it on the screen. We are going to search the hashtags. There is going to be one huge grand prize that is going to be drawn. It will be a draw, a random draw. That grand prize winner is going to get a gift from all 14 podcasters. Then each podcaster is going to pick their favorite, which I am the most indecisive person ever, and I think that is going to be so uber hard for me. It's going to be real hard to pick a favorite. But we're going to search the hashtags. Some podcasters are going to do threads on their Ravelry group. I've thrown this around. It's hard for me. So Leanne and Liz do the Cocktail Hour at the Coop podcast, but their parents own Arrow Acres Farm. They have alpaca and it's all fibery and it's awesome, and go check out their podcast. You'll love it. They have lots of fun. They made a unicorn, somehow, now I forget. Somewhere about in one of their episodes, there was a unicorn that had a horn that did not look like a horn. Let's just say it had a head on it, and I probably wouldn't let my child wear it to school. Anyway, they started it. It was their idea. They invited me to participate along with all these other people. Arrow Acres Farm has a group page, and Liz is going to make a thread on there for the people who do not have Instagram. Everybody else use the hashtag. I went back and forth as to whether I'd put it on my viewer, like, you know, like make a thread so that my viewers who don't have Instagram can post there and then give her the names. And it's just, it's easier for you guys to go to Arrow Acres if you don't have Instagram. And I get it. I'm not going to make you have Instagram if you don't want Instagram. We're not about that. So that's why there's going to be the thread over at Arrow Acres. I, of course, will link it so it'll be easy to find in the show notes, and you can go there and post away. We want to see all of your pictures. There has been some back and forth, and it has yet to be determined as to whether one project is one entry or every post is an entry. And I think, don't etch this in stone, but it almost sounded like the majority of the people were cool with, as long as you're participating, that should be an entry. So
Post away, post away.
it ends February 14th, and you do not have to finish. The only rule is that you have to hashtag it or put it on the thread, and you have to do something that is new to you. You have to make something with a technique that you've never done before. You could throw clay on a wheel. You could try stained glass. I am going to attempt, I mean, not that I'm entered for prizes or anything, but you gotta participate in your own make-along, right? Who's seen one of these? This is called a pop-out loom, and it is by, Black Sheep. I think it's Black Sheep. I was right, Black Sheep Goods. Now, I have to say, and I hope I don't get in trouble for this, I'm going to post a picture of what the blackout. I'm going to post a picture of what the Black Sheep Goods pop-out loom looks like right here. That's why they call it a pop-out loom. This is not one of their looms. This was a gift that was made for me by Dan that is basically a replica, but it's only because he only made one, he only made it for me, and it's because he was trying out his CNC machine, and it was like a perfect thing to try. So I've had it for a very long time, and it's one of those things that just always gets put on the back burner, you know, like I want to knit or I want to spin or I'm going here, I'm going there. So this is the perfect time for me to actually do it. So this is what I am going to do for the new to me make along. What are you going to do? I can't wait to see your hashtags. Let me tell you, all of the rad awesome people who are participating in this. Some you may know, some you may not. Go check out their podcasts. You may find others that you love. One thing that one of the people said that was so funny, actually, I think it was Liz and Leanne. Like, there are people like me who are basically crazy and drink.
And then there are people who are very, like, calm and, you know, like maybe if you aren't so
like I am. There's all walks of life. So maybe you've gotten this far and is like, maybe you've gotten this far and are like, who the hell is this crazy lady? I cannot stand her. Just wait until I read all these other people and you might find somebody else that you love. And you should still participate in the make-along, because what kind of grand prize, man? You're going to get 14 different prizes if you win the grand prize. That is flippin' amazing. The contributors. We have, of course, Liz, who is at Arrow Acres Farm, and her sister Liz. No. Dude, I've had half a beer. I'm not even kidding. There's Liz, who is at Arrow Acre Farm Yarn. Then there is her sister Leanne, who is at Cocktail Hour at the Coop. All this will be in the show notes, so no worries. Paige, which is at Paige the Framer. You know my girl Paige. That's her knit mat right there. Knit mat me. Liz from the Just One End podcast. Tommi, who is Squirrel Pie Productions. Y'all know my girl Tommi out there on the West Coast. So I apologize. I want to say this is Liesl. Liesl. She's at Buckaloo View. She is new to me. She is in my she's in my queue to watch. I'm excited to meet her, which is why I'm botching her name, and I apologize about that. I'm an ass. I should have watched it before I recorded, but I was just so damn excited to record. I haven't had time to watch everybody. Natalie at Remembrances Pottery. Julie at Sweet Sparrow Knits. MaryBeth and Helen at Toad Hollow. They dye yarn. They have a podcast. I want to say they're sisters. And they did the Knit Circus book review with Jake and Ray from Dogstar Knits, if y'all remember when I did that. Allison at Daisy Lane Design. Rachel at Treehouse Knit, which I got to meet her, Treehouse Knits, which I got to meet her at the Allegan Fiber Festival. There's Denise, which is at Earth Tones Girl, and Gigi, which is at Gigi Made It. I think a lot of people know Gigi. I feel like I know Gigi, but I don't know Gigi. She'll be a new friend. That is that everybody? Let me see. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep, 14 of us total. Prizes. Fun hashtag. Even if you don't want to learn something new, if you're on Instagram, go check out the hashtag. I'm so excited to see what everybody's doing. That awesomeness is going to be happening again until February 14th. If I am getting that date wrong, I will correct it. Next up is the giveaway. I have a pattern giveaway. Sandy, who is one of our viewers, her Ravelry name is 4 Yarn 2 Chance, has so kindly donated a pattern by Wendy of Baba Yaya podcast. Some of you may also watch her. The Berry Bonnie Buffalo Plaid pattern. And it is a buffalo plaid hat and fingerless mitts. For those new viewers, I am a fan of old school. Just quick, my stuff room that we are in is filled with old things and heirlooms and art and just treasures, and I dig vintage everything and I like old things. I do my drawings old school. I like drawing them from a hat. I usually have somebody help me. I don't do the draw. I have them all printed out. I have an idea. I am going to tell you about the drawing though. The prompt is, I did a Ravelry thread. This is the first time. I usually do Instagram hashtags because I'm an Instagram girl. But I did a Ravelry thread and I asked for you, because it was before Christmas, to post either your favorite ornament, your oldest ornament, or if you don't celebrate Christmas or didn't have your ornaments around or whatnot, post anything you wanted. I don't care. You could show me, post a picture of something I wanted to see, like your puppy, which I saw puppies and I loved them. One of my favorites was by Brian and his girlfriend Elizabeth. They're both knitters. They have, you guys, a Bumble room. Y'all know what Bumble is? Let me show you Bumble. It's the abominable snowman.
Abominable.
Yeah, from the Christmas special. And for those of you who have watched for a while, you know that I love the Island of Misfit Toys. I feel like that's should be one of my places that I belong on the planet, because even though I know it's like imaginative, I really want it to exist. They have an entire room of Bumble and it was awesome. So you guys should go check out that thread. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of good ornaments in there. I do have to apologize. I usually comment on every single thing and I am gonna whine for a minute. After Christmas, I was so deathly ill for about 3 days that the only thing I could muster was hitting the love button. I was really sick. I was hurting and I'm way too busy to be sick. I'm one of those people. Like, I got shit to do, yo. Like, I don't have time for this. And I slept. I was like in a NyQuil haze for 3 days because I was miserable, which I think a lot of people are right about now. I have an idea for this drawing. I don't know if it's gonna work or not. Whatever I decide, I am going to insert the drawing here.
Nice.
Ditto!
Come here.
Oops.
Mama's
You
got
want-
something for you.
You want to help Mama draw? Here. Pick one of them out of there. Here, look. Pick one of them out of there.
Oh, which one do we want?
Which one? I
Pick
need one.
Pick one.
I don't know, maybe it won't work. Is he eating it? Don't let him eat it.
Right, you can do it. You already
Yes.
used it. All right, this is the one.
That's the, oh, did he? Let me see it. It's filled with ditto spit. Oh.
Good boy.
It's all
Where
wet.
did you, there.
Oh,
Here, bub.
oh. Let me just read it. Oh, it's upside down. Oh, it's Brian.
Oh, boy.
He's the one with the bumble room. He is Clandathu 99. Can you read it back here? Brian with the bumble room. It's the Island of Misfit Toys. I'm telling ya, congratulations. Ditto. Tell Brian congratulations. There you have it, folks. I hope that worked. It sounded awesome in my head. I'll let you know if it was the original thing I had planned or not. Thank you again, Sandy, for donating that to the podcast. That was awesome. Go ahead, the winner, and I haven't decided, gosh, let me see. I should have figured this out before I did the drawing. I will send Wendy your Ravelry profile and she'll send you the pattern. We'll do it that way. I'll go ahead and message Wendy and let her know who won, and then she'll, I don't know, gift you the pattern? Is that how they do it? I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'll take care of it, and if I need to get a hold of you or if you need to do something, I'll message you on Rav and let you know. So congratulations, whoever won, because I don't know. Next up is enabling, because you know, Christmas, y'all. Now, we don't really do a big Christmas. My parents give me money, so I'm going to be having little things trickle in here and there. I have received some of those things that I ordered. I do have a couple things I got for Christmas, so let's just get into it. Mama Jean, everybody knows Mama Jean. Everyone loves Mama Jean. They think she should have her own podcast. Mama Jean is my stepmom. Go ahead and I'll tag an old episode. You should really meet Mama Jean. She's amazing. She's a quilter, a rug hooker, stitcher. She does the things. She loves wool. We actually, for Christmas for her, we got her this machine that I don't really know what it is. Some of you that know what rug hooking is, you felt the wool and then you put the wool in this cutter thing, this like hand crank cutter thing, and it makes noodles. They call them noodles for rug hooking. You people are like screaming it at the screen because you know, I don't know. I just watch her do it, so I don't know all the terminology. But got her a machine, my brother and sister and I, that cuts like a shit ton of them at once. So instead of one or whatever, it cuts a bunch of them. So she messaged me. She's like, this thing is awesome. I want to cut all my wool. So she has like noodles galore right now.
Used to do 2, this one does 8.
Oh, Dan corrected me. Used to do 2, this one does 8. I thought it did way more than that. I know that Mama Jean is super excited about it. She got me Yarny fabric. What? Because she's a quilter, she goes to fabric stores all the time. It has yarns. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. It's probably going to be a project bag of some sort, right? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's going to be a project bag. I have been obsessed with waxed canvas here lately. I don't know why. I think it's awesome. I love it. I love the way it looks worn, and I like how it stands up. And I've wanted a yarn bowl, like a big, like a yarn bucket or something. So maybe I can do something with that. I don't know. But I asked my girl Roberta at Steel City Stitcher about waxed canvas, and she said it's because she does regular canvas, and she said that it's tough on your machine, like your needle. Now, my machine is a Kenmore from the 70s. She a workhorse, yo. But I've busted some needles. I've tried to sew some shit I shouldn't sew. So I don't know if I can do it or not. I don't know. That's a pretty cool vision in my head. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Another present that I got on Christmas Day. Some of you may have seen this on my Insta story. Are you flipping kidding me? Look, it's still in the plastic because I got sick. And then I had people over for New Year's. So I haven't had time to play it. I will tell you that I've watched all the videos on how to play it. I've watched an entire, in my NyQuil-induced coma, which usually you're passed out on a coma, but I was awake. It was, maybe I dreamt it, who knows. But I've watched the entire thing be played through. My brother and Logan got me this. There's these little figures. There's this one video where they painted the little figurines. That would be awesome. But, you know, some things you're good at and some things you're not. And I would hate to mess them up. Maybe one day. I don't know. My brother and Logan got me this. It was awesome. And I'm pissed at myself for not taking a picture of it before I opened it. It was wrapped in brown paper, you know, like they wrap packages in. For those of you who are as obsessed with Labyrinth as I am, it had an arrow with lipstick. Huh? You know. Maybe I can find a picture of it. In the movie, Sarah is trying to get through the labyrinth, so she's making marks on the ground with her lipstick so that she knows where she's been. They mess with her marks. So all it was a brown box with this arrow on it, and I immediately knew what it was. I didn't even have to open it. As soon as I saw it, I immediately knew. And then you flipped it over, and they wrote, you have 13 hours. Oh, you guys, I was so excited. I mean, I still get the excitement of opening it. Okay, so those were, could I talk about that anymore? You know how I get though, you know. I purchased this with my Christmas money. The reason that this is awesome, I've wanted it, you guys know, for like a year or however long, whenever it came out. The reason that this is cool, you veterans remember, I mentioned on a past episode, I have no idea when or how long ago, it seems like very, very long time ago, back to that whole, like I say I'm gonna do things and then I don't do them thing. There are times where I will get a pattern and see an increase or a decrease or a stitch or something. And it's like, dang, I know I've done that more than once, but it's been so long since I've done it, I need a refresher. So all I want to do is see it. That's it. I don't need a 12-minute long video explaining why I'm doing this and what happens if I do that, and this is why you got to do this. Like I don't need I don't need that. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I enjoy that. You know, for you new to you people who are doing brioche, that explanation is extremely helpful, or at least it was for me. There are times where I can't remember what a make one R is. Which one is that one? Is that where you go in the front or the back? I want a video that I can be like, make one R, and you click play, and it's just somebody doing a make one R. That's what I want. So I'm gonna do it because I've wanted it umpteen times. Now, I know, Y'all veterans are like, yeah, Chevis, you said that 9 months ago, or however the hell long ago it was. There's a few reasons that I didn't do it. I'm going to use this as my guide for the videos. My next hurdle is going to be the camera setup, because I want the overhead camera. Very Pink Knits camera setup is great. She like shows you like this, and then there's a camera that you guys have all seen it. I don't even know why I'm explaining it to you. You know Very Pink Knits. I just need the camera that is over my hands. Before I start, much like my podcast, I wanted to do this for years. It took me getting a new phone so that I had the right equipment, and researching the little teenagers who were on YouTube that taught me how to do, that taught me how to edit before I didn't want to just throw up a shoddy video, you know, and it be like a mess. Now, have my videos changed? Of course, lots, probably lots. For the most part, same setup. I record on my iPhone. I do all my editing on my iPhone. I'm very transparent. I ain't trying to hide nothing. So when I do these videos, I want them to be done right the first time so that the catalog all matches. My plan is to, you know, have them all in their own playlist and call it something like Down and Dirty Stitches or something. We'll name it. I'll have you guys help me actually. We'll name it when I get there. Dan is building me a table in my craft room. That's the other thing. So I have the camera that I'm going to use, but Dan is going to build me my table in the craft room, and he's also going to set up my camera so that I can bust these out for you. So that's why, very, very long story to tell you that I'm very excited for this book, and hopefully it will work for you guys who were interested, because when I mentioned it the first time, a lot of you guys were interested in those videos, like you would like that place to go. So grand plans, grand plans. Another thing I bought for myself. Do you guys remember a while ago when I asked you what soaps you use? Like I use Eucalyptus. A lot of people use Soak. I also use Tuft Woolens. I've used all those, and I kind of asked what you guys were into. I got the Laundress Wool and Cashmere shampoo in their cedar. The reason that I got this, and you know what? Do you have to rinse this? Seriously, why isn't it like right there? Nowhere on here does it say that you have to rinse. Okay, so I'm gonna do some more research on this here since it's getting blown out. It's called the Laundress. How I found this is Kristen Kelly. She does University, UEWE. I believe I've talked about her before. She puts out great videos on knitterly gifts. I'll link her. Check out some of her stuff. She finds the best little knitty things. This was on her list. This is her favorite wool wash. I just need to figure out if we have to rinse it or not. I haven't used it yet, so I haven't actually smelled the article after it's washed, but the soap smells very good. Non-knitterly things that I used my Christmas money to buy. We have Kitchen Table Tarot. Very excited about this book. I've read a couple of the cards. I like her writing. It's a warm, fast read with plenty of swearing, and I wish it could be bundled with every one of my tarot decks. It's that good. Yeah, you had me at swearing. The other thing I got is reversed. Tarot in Wonderland. I got a new deck, you guys. I love Alice in Wonderland. This is not a deck that I thought would have spoken to me. When you're into tarot, I know some of you guys aren't into tarot, and I hope that this doesn't turn any of you off. People think that it's like scary voodoo-y. It's not at all. It's not at all. It's much like the Zodiac. I've said that before. It's all in how you perceive it. They say that a deck picks you. You might see a deck that you absolutely love. I've seen many decks for those of you who, there's actually, I'm gonna fast forward. There's an Ask Me Anything thread in the Chevyrell Stuff group thread.
Is that redundant? Am I repeating myself?
If y'all have any questions for me, go there and ask. And then I'm going to do little video shorts answering those questions. I did get a question on tarot. I am going to do a video on getting into tarot. That way, if you're not into tarot, you don't have to watch it. I will say here that a deck picks you, they say. There have been plenty of decks that I have absolutely loved the artwork. I've looked at them and thought, oh my gosh, that is awesome. When I watch a deck review or an unboxing, I'm all excited and they just don't speak to me. Beautiful decks, the artwork is amazing, and I just don't have that connection that I expect to have. Then there's decks like these. I'll watch a deck review and there was just something about it. Let me show you one of the cards. Look at the Magician. I mean, hello, mushrooms and caterpillars. I'm excited to get to know this deck. I haven't saged it or anything. Ditto is rude and interrupting me. That's basically it, you guys. I just wanted to give you a huge, huge thank you again for sticking with me, for those of you who have been here from the beginning, for those of you that tell me how much you laugh while you watch me. I love that. I love to make people laugh. I hope that this can be a place of happiness and a break from the hectic chaos of our daily worlds, and I really appreciate it. I have had so much fun in this venture. I plan to continue doing it. I have made the coolest friends. I have met awesome people. I have learned so much over the course of this year and look forward to learning more. I just am truly, truly grateful and very thankful that of the plethora of podcasts that we now have in our world. I mean, when I first started watching podcasts, there were like 2, and now there are a ton of them for you to choose. My little slice of crazy in the world of podcasts. I really do appreciate it. I try to like or heart everything so that you know that I have seen it. It's been a hell of a year. While this podcast has been amazing, I've had a lot of downs as well. You guys know Miss Olive. Well, everyone likes an Olive appearance, right? Hold on. Let's say hi to Olive. So everyone loves an Olive appearance. Talking about one of the lows of the year. As you can see, Miss Olive had a tragedy last summer. She is still with us. If you guys want to see what happened, I'll link the episode that I talked about it in. My brother's Roddy Diogi, he's still with us. He's still kicking. He's kind of defying the odds. They have him on medicine, and it's good medicine, I guess. He feels good, so but it's kind of a waiting game there. My sister lost her mom. It's been really hard. So there's been just some effed up stuff that's happened this year, and you guys and the love that you've shown me has really helped get through some really shitty times last year. So I am truly grateful. You make my heart swell with your comments more than you know. I hope to see all of you in the New to You Make Along. I am going to be stalking that hashtag. I look forward to learning new skills. I look forward to seeing what new skills you've learned. Thank you. If this is your first time here with us, Olive is clearly excited. If this is your first time visiting, thank you. Hope you stick around. I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea which is fine. That's just fine. Go check out some of the other podcasters who are participating in the make along. You might find somebody more your speed. Thank you at least for stopping by this episode. If you like what you see, thumbs up, like, subscribe, all that happy horse shit. And until next time, see you later.